All right, dude, we're good.
All right, dude. Keith, this is Mike. This is my right hand on the podcast. Mike, MMA legend, filmmaker, director,
I'm
writer.
a fan, dude. Of course.
Keith Jardine.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, shit, we got vinyl back there?
Yes, sir, dude. We're in a studio.
I love vinyl, man. I've been getting into that, and I love how this Generation Z and stuff is really getting into more analog stuff. And
oh, yeah, bro.
India Air, dude. Acoustic Soul. Mary J. Blige. There you go.
There it is. Those are some good ones. Dude, how
have you guys seen? I know I'm just jumping in. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm addicted to this group out of Montreal called Angeline Deportine or something like that.
I've never heard our
have you heard of it?
Our buddy's saying he's heard of it. He's behind the camera right now. He's saying he's heard of them.
They're good. I never heard
crazy. It's this crazy duo that's like it's like this whole revolution taking place and this whole anti-AI human kind of experience. It's really like it's just a guitar player and a drummer, but they got these strange fucking costumes on, like they're from another planet, like these big heads with the big noise. They're playing this really sophisticated music where the guitar has like twice as many frets on it, so they're playing tones you've never heard before.
Dang.
And then they don't keep normal time, like they could be in 4/4 time and jump into like a 14 time or 3 time in the middle of nowhere.
Holy!
And at the same time, the guitar player has a bass and a reggae guitar. And he sets loops on with his foot pedals, right? So he's playing like a whole band. So somehow they can keep the loops going on and keep changing the time and do it. It's like they got to be geniuses, you know?
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, I guess that's the way to go, you know? Like things now are just being kind of copied of what's already been made with AI. So it's like you may as well just go to other direction and just get a 30 fret guitar, I guess. You know, 20 strings.
You said it. What we said is really interesting. Why music is so flat and hasn't changed in the last 20 years is because the artist doesn't show the population what they want. He shows them what they didn't know they want. Right. So AI just keeps feeding us what it thinks we want. You know.
Yeah, man.
And it takes from things that are already made, right? It's like a amalgamation of all the things that are already made. So you're getting a little bit of everything.
And same in movies, right? Because they're I think it's starting to change, but they keep force feeding us the same crap, you know, the same Marvel, the same big budget thing that we don't care about, like something interesting, something new, and we're finally getting like a resurgence of indie films, like from the '90s, I think.
100%, bro.
For real.
Where do you see it going, Keith? Like being in it now, like being in the industry, like. Does it worry you? Do you get concerned? Or do you use it to your advantage? Do you use it as a tool? Like, how do you deal with AI and where do you see it going?
AI, I think there's going to be I think it's a good tool, like for independent filmmakers. Like, I'll say maybe I can go into a studio and shoot like the UFC, a UFC fight and not have 30,000 people sitting in the stands and doing that. Like I could shoot regular cars on the street and pretend it's 1950 because it'll change all that. Also, I'm worried. I think there's going to be a revolt, like people really wanting the not AI stuff. Sure, I don't see people ever wanting to see AI actors. Maybe a niche thing for a moment, like if it's something really niche and new, but I think that won't take off. But I think where it's going to hurt most is crew members, because it's going to make crew smaller and budget smaller, things like that.
For sure.
I mean, you already saw like people selling their likeness. No,
yeah, man. I mean,
I saw with this is so random, but I just saw that this one TikToker guy. It's the dude. It's like the black dude that just does like that thing.
Yeah,
he sold his likeness for like $3 billion.
Billion.
So like, and that's just like, I guess he's just going to be in whatever ad campaign comes out, and he's just there.
Yeah.
And they could just do whatever they want.
Right.
Which I guess, you know,
good for him.
If you're a TikToker, I guess that's great. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got to do much. But for acting, I feel like, you know, putting them in actual, I don't know. I wonder how good that can turn out.
Yeah.
The end product. But I agree with you, like the tool part of it. I had this thought like recently of, like for independent like artists and stuff like that, people that don't got a huge backing or this huge budget that they can figure things out. AI is a great tool. You know, like you're saying, you can get around a lot of just like locations or whatever. If you want to do a period piece, you can set it in that. You can do it. You can figure a lot out, you know, and get across like a lot of things that would often take a lot of, you know, money or people and all that. But I hate when it's like these huge studios are like, oh, we're going to use it and we got all the money. Yeah. So like, we're just
That's what I was just gonna say. Like, I'll be pissed off if say Quentin Tarantino does a movie that's half an hour or something like that, because you don't need to, man.
Yeah, like you got all the avenues that you ever need. Like why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
dude.
people like us just trying to make it,
Yeah, man.
dude. Well, Keith, let's get into it, man. First of all, this is You Are Here podcast,
Yes, sir.
episode 374. Is that right?
374.
We got
You
the
got
Dean
it
of
for once.
Mean. The Dean of Mean, Keith Jardine, is on the pod today, dude. Thank you so much for your time, Keith.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. Means a lot. Grew up watching you back in the UFC. And dude, yeah, I mean, I have so many questions, bro. One of them is kind of, I guess is where we could kind of kick it off, dude. And tell me to go screw if it's too much. But I'm just curious as to like, what was it about like the way that you grew up, Keith, that like made you think, I got to put my hands on somebody? Like was it always that way? Did you always feel like that? Were you an angry kid? Was there a mean streak? Like what was the deal there?
I was an angry kid, but especially fighters that come from my generation before it was a huge sport. Most of them come from humble backgrounds,
Yeah.
So I come from a really small town in Oregon, and we were like the poor kids in town, and like, so you either onto whatever rut or you break out, and I was fortunate to break out, and then with football and with athletics, and I got a scholarship to play football, and then I needed to feel that aggressive urge, and it led to MMA and fighting. It's really like something to prove, like when you grow up in a certain way, almost like the Rocky, you want to prove that you're not a nobody, and there's no better way to do that than in fighting, in sports or whatever. There's always like, it's a team aspect, and there's like, even when I was a little kid, I remember we used to lose in baseball game. I wasn't that aggressive, believe me, but Little League, we'd lose a game or whatever, and I'd be like, man, this is stupid. Our team could beat up that team. You know what I mean? But fighting is the epitome of all sports, right? Like if using two skilled combatants fighting each other, there's nothing more beautiful and more true than that, where the best person actually wins.
I agree, man. That's really well said, actually. I never heard it put that way before, but like fighting it's like the best of all sports, like combined, I guess, essentially. It's the most dominant for sure. It's a one-on-one sport. It's it's impressive, man.
And MMA takes it up to another level, because the cliche in MMA is true. Like in boxing, the better fighter almost always wins. It's a fucking science, man. And like an old boxer can watch two fighters train and be like, oh, that guy will win 9.5 times out of 10 if these two fight. That's why they get the records the way they do and all that. And maybe there's this weird thing, because there's so many variables. It's the chess of all sports and combatants. No matter how good you are, the cliche of the guy that wants it more, the guy that believes it more, that guy that trumps any kind of technique, as long as you have a certain base level.
Wow. And were you wrestling, Keith? I know that's like one of the best bases you can get into when you get into MMA. Were you a wrestler as well?
Yeah. I wrestled in Oregon, and I moved to Los Angeles, and I wrestled there. Won the city a bunch of times. Went to state championships, and but football I wanted to play football, so I chose football over wrestling.
Wow.
And when I was actually coaching football at a small university, defensive coordinator, I coached it for a couple of years, and I wasn't done being an athlete. And then I just started showing up to freestyle wrestling terms, like international freestyle wrestling terms, like the Colorado Training Center, the Olympic trials in Vegas, and doing all that, just getting beat up. But I just had that urge to do something like that. And then I was a little club that was doing MMA in the small little town that I was in. And I asked them to help me with these wrestling tournaments. And then it just grew into MMA and grew into fighting.
Whoa.
Cool, man.
Dang, dude.
Do you see any like parallels between like I don't know, this might be a dumb question, from like your fighting background to when you got into movies? Because from looking at it, you kind of were going into movies and acting and stuff kind of near the end of your MMA career, right?
Yeah. And tell you a little side to that too. Like, you look at a lot of athletes' careers, fighters' careers. A lot of them try to dabble in other things like movies and all that. usually that's when their career is going south because as they don't have that soul dedication to be the champ, to do the thing, to do whatever anymore, and it requires that weird tunnel vision to do that, and that weird belief in yourself. And yeah, so that was at the end of my career. I got actually after I beat Chuck, because of that, I got my first movie, and then I got the bug, and I did a bunch more. Yeah, so it led to that. You're asking me about how it helped in the transition.
I was like thinking how, because obviously fighting, it's like it's you and your opponent, right? It's cutthroat, and even like from people coming from, like you said, humble beginnings to getting up to that point and getting to their starlight and everything, and still having to fight through that. And then like I don't know. Me and Dave talk about it a lot because we're independent filmmakers. The movie industry it's cutthroat too. You know what I mean? I feel like it's both like. It's pretty tough to make it, and get through. So I don't know if you just found like something like similar, or maybe that background helped you.
That's way worse, and it's way more competitive.
Yeah.
And fighting, you can be as nervous as you want, stepping into the ring and all that, and doing the fight, and you can even blow it right away. Like I was a slow starter, and then all of a sudden you're in a fight, and fuck that, like I'm going to win this fight. Yeah. But fuck, you can go to audition. You're in a room full of other people trying to pay their bills, that's done this their whole life. And you step in front of into the room, and it's just like being in the waiting room for a fight too, by the way.
Wow.
Everybody's trying to do their own fight. Okay, Keith, you're up next. Okay. Oh shit. Go through my lines one more time. But when you get in there, man, it's like, go. You got a chance. You either nail it or you don't. If they sense any kind of weakness, nervousness, any weakness at all in you in that way, they're not going to hire you, because why would they put their nuts on the line, the casting director, and then hope that you turn it around on set, and then you fail, and then it makes them look bad. And now they're not going to get another job. So man, it's way more cutthroat. And you're there, man. It's that camera's cold, the casting directors are cold, and they're staring at you, and you got to nail this thing and be completely free. So I had to learn more about myself doing that, wow. Fighting. Like confidence and how to walk and all that.
Yeah, man.
Right on,
do you think, Keith, like, was there something that, like, what do you think about you was why you gravitated? I know you kind of expressed it was that I want to prove myself. I come from humble beginnings. I want to prove myself. There's no better way than to go against this man and show the world I'm better. Is that what it was for you in story? Like when you got onto the first set of the first film you got after the Chuck fight, which is insane. Like, did you know right away being on that set, like, oh, I'm suited for this too? This is I'm built for this kind of thing as well? Or was it more foreign?
I think right away the first things I did, actually I did really well at, because I was pretty cocky. Yeah, whatever, no big deal. I did a cold read for them, and they liked it, and they hired me and all that. Then like after fighting and all that, and then you start trying too hard, almost like you do in fighting, and you start being contrived in your performance and things like that. Then I started going south, and I wasn't nearly as good until there was a point. It's kind of not what you asked, but there was a point in my career where I realized that, in fighting, like you didn't train once a week or a few times a month, right? And it was just whenever you get an audition, right? Like you train all the time. You don't just train when you get a fight. You train all the time. I wasn't training all the time for acting. So then I realized that I need to take this seriously, and my arc needs to be pretty steep to catch up with these guys. So I started taking classes and training on my own and putting work in every single day, no matter what. And that's what MMA taught me is that work ethic to go in and grind and suffer every day, no matter what.
Right on, dude. And what story, Keith, if you could think back, bro, like influenced you growing up? What was like one of the first stories you remember being told or watching or hearing about that kind of stuck with you, dude?
Oh, obviously, it's so cliche, but obviously Rocky.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those it shows out of the 80s, Rocky. Like the Terminator, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Like those are all stories that resonated with me. Conan, I was a huge Conan fan. Just things like that,
Right on.
Dude.
How about now, bro? Who are you watching now? Who's on your radar?
What's his name? He's Safdie's brother. You know the Safdie brothers?
Oh yeah, Josh. Yeah.
Safdie, man. I think is a Good Time. I think he was a genius behind Good Time. I think he was a genius behind Marty Supreme. Who cares about the Oscars? And Marty Supreme was the best movie of the year by far.
Bang.
And Charlemagne, I think is his name. Whatever his name is, he was the best actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really a fan of what he's putting together and what he's doing.
Respect.
But also, kind of tooting my own horn a little bit in a way, a team, because I have this movie out right now called Over Your Dead Body with Jorma Taccone, and he is something special, man. And this movie is going to be something special, and his star is going to be so bright after this movie, because he remade this movie, that Norwegian movie, that and he remade it, and he made it funny, he made it spectacular, and I watched it twice. It won that South by Southwest Audience Award, and then I saw it in the LA premiere, and both times, man, the audience just ruckus, roaring laughter throughout the whole movie. You're even missing the jokes, or laughing so hard, because and how often do you get to see a movie in a theater like that? You know,
So rare.
So he's yeah.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That's
It's coming out
awesome.
this month, right? I think end of the month.
Did it land distribution, or is it
The
being
24th.
released?
Yeah,
The 24th.
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
It's coming.
Why theatrical? What really wide release on the 24th?
So, guys, if you're hearing this right now, go watch
Yes, sir.
the movie. It's out on the 24th.
You believe me, you're gonna hear about it. Jason Segel,
Yeah.
Samara Weaving, Timothy Oliphant, Juliette Lewis, and me. But
Sir.
you're gonna hear about it, man. Like, you don't hear about it now. Like, it's gonna go wild. Trust me.
Do you know it was
I
a
don't.
special one while you were there, Keith, while you were on set? Do you have a feeling?
Yeah, because it was a great script. I didn't know it was gonna be as good as I saw when I saw it. Just I never had a feeling like that being on set, where like just we're all in Finland, and it's a small group of people, and Jorma's a master, and just laughing all the way through the set. You didn't know the scene was finished until people in the monitors were laughing, you know. And he let us play and all that, and it was just you that's going to be something that I'll be thinking about forever, and going to be really hard to repeat.
You taking that to something where maybe you're writing a film right now, or you're in the process of making something new? You're going to take that to set, like something you took away from that experience specifically, how you'd run a set?
There's a lot, but yeah, I learned from everybody. Joe Carnahan's one of my mentors.
Shout out Joe, man.
You guys know Joe?
Yeah, I met him that night. I met you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great guy.
Oh yeah, cool, man. Yeah. He's great. He's helping me produce my next movie, and
Oh, sweet dude.
The way he runs a set, though, everybody's different, man. You just try to pick up something for everybody, but he's like, he's also loose and having fun. Man, everybody better know what the fuck they're doing. And he's playing, especially the actors, man. Like, yeah. You better, you get paid to come in here and do a thing. You better do a thing. But the way he runs the set, super chill, man. Like between setups and all that, there's always music playing over the loudspeakers, and it's just such a cool vibe, man. And I don't know if I'm confident to do that yet, but I definitely want to steal that.
Yeah, bro. Set the tone, dude. Set the tone. That's awesome.
Keith, you ever have the moment, because when I was in like college for like film and stuff, I went for like the actual, like editing and like behind the camera stuff, never really acting. But I remember my friend here, he really like taught me what actual acting is like, and like just that process. Like maybe when you were switching from fighting to filmmaking or acting and everything, did you have a moment where you were like, oh, I know what acting is, but then like you were kind of proven like, oh, there's like this whole other side to it that you don't know, and you're like, man, I gotta like sharpen that tool, to be a better actor?
Yeah. I think like fighting, I think, I don't know if there ever be a time where I'm not trying to continue sharpening that tool and trying like over your dead body. That I never played that character before. And you never see me like that before. And and I learned a lot from that, and it's helping me for these other things. Like I went from this to I'm on season 2 of Terminal List, and it's still comedic, but it's more cold. Like I'm CIA operator, and then I got Edge of Normal coming out, an XYZ film where like I'm just like this hardcore villain guy.
Right on.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah. But your point is always working, man. Like I don't have much tolerance for people that are complacent too, like that are just like, oh, I'm an actor, this is it, and I'm going to get jobs. Like even little things. Are you in shape? What if they ask you to take your shirt off right now?
Yeah.
It's easy to pretend to be fat, but it's hard to be in shape.
Yeah, true.
You fluff it up and put
I've
some
been trying to play that part my whole life. I've been playing that.
That's right, dude. That's right. Why do you think I'm in the gym all the time, bro? Why do you think I'm boxing, dude? Just in case, man. Yeah, dude.
Just in case, you never know. You do get that, man. Like, hey, you do an audition. Hey, could you send us a shirtless selfie?
Yeah.
Okay, here goes.
That's where AI comes in. You know, that's where AI.
The AI, the image.
Or there's, I've had this a bunch of times too. Like I'm not in great. I try and keep like a 3 weeks out from being in shape, but there's always a time like where it's scripted. Like they say, okay, you do wardrobe. Okay, cool. It's a tank top, whatever, workout shorts and a tank top. Cool. But now you're on set and they, hey Keith, would you mind taking your shirt off for this? Like, fuck no, I don't want to.
Dude, Keith, what's the diet like, bro? Are you doing anything special? Are you know, this is a curveball question, but you know, what's like the diet consist of?
I've done all the things. I got really after fighting because my diet wasn't for shit fighting. Like, I mean, I wouldn't eat processed food or anything like that, but basically at light heavyweight, couple weeks out from the fight, I would just cut down on carbs and I'd lose enough weight. And that was my diet. So then after fighting, it's like, dude, what am I going to do? Like I work out twice a day just to not gain weight. Like I'm going to turn out to be a big old fat guy. So I really got into paleo diet back then, which is whatever. It's really cool. It keeps you out of processed foods. And I tried them all. I did keto, carnivore for a bit, all those things. Now it's just like eat quality food and watch your calories, and it's always going to be that. Yeah. But it's cool to try different fads and all that because you start learning, you start playing with it, you start learning and having fun and all that. But I don't think it's meant to be forever.
Right on, dude. Do you feel like what makes a great story, bro? Like what kind of stories inspire you? What makes a great story?
Being see Marty Supreme?
I haven't seen yet.
I have, man. I gotta see that.
Whiplash.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
I like a single person POV. I like to walk in somebody's shoes.
Yeah.
And even like the Big Lebowski, of my favorites all the time. I just want to walk in somebody's shoes and experience what he's experienced and feel that in a theater. And to me, that's what drives me. The way I write mostly.
When this is like a kind of a wild one, but like the writing process, were you journaling as a youngster? Were you putting pen to paper and writing stories or?
Barely journaling now, and I need to better.
Hey Keith,
hell no, man.
That's what every actor needs is a journal, bro. You got to be journaling.
No, and I'm trying, man. And I learned how to write by writing.
Yeah.
It sounds. I'll tell you something really vulnerable to me. I could barely write. I mean, I'm like I got a degree. I got a bachelor's in college. I can write, but I can't write. I can't write a business email. Huh. Like it takes me forever to write proper business email, and my grammar sucks. I'm more of a math guy and all that. So when I started writing, I know dialogue. I can do dialogue, but writing the actions and all that was just garbage, man. And I just had to learn. I just learned and try to figure that out. And that's how I learned how to write, is writing in script format. So now I do have a little bit of a journal that I started, especially during these last few months with everything's been going on with me. And believe it or not, I write that in a final draft. I got a final draft.
That's
I pull
awesome.
up and I write a little. Yeah, I'm trying, man, because you're right about that, and that's my weakness right now, and that's my big goal right now is filling up that sandbox. You know,
that's right.
I have 5 scripts I got 5 scripts out there now. I'm trying to read a lot more fiction and write in other ways a lot more.
That's it. You reading anything right now, bro? Is there anything you're reading fiction wise that's inspiring you?
No,
Nothing.
I'm reading. Oh yes, absolutely. Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw. It's on Amazon right now. My business partner Darren White wrote it. It's a really cool story. He did a lot of research on his grandfather, who during Prohibition was a fighter and started sneaking, started getting into bootlegging and getting liquor in Canada back, and he would use fighting in Canada to pick up a load and come back. And all that. It's a really cool story.
Man. Dude, man. Bro,
it's gonna be a movie one day.
It's gotta be.
And it's true. So it's great, man.
Dude, I want to be one of the guys you beat up if you're playing the lead in that one, dude.
Not me, man.
Come on, man. Come on. We could do it, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, I had a question. This is from my buddy Jim Parrick. He's also an actor. I'd love to connect you to him because he's one of the best people I know, but great actor. He has a question for you. It's a UFC question, dude, a mixed martial arts question. But he said, what's one way, Keith, that combat sports has gotten better over the years? And then what's one way that you think it's declined?
Combat sports, that's really broad. It's better because there's more people doing it. And the more people are doing it, more the cream's going to rise to the top. It's worse because it's a big sport right now. People want to be the next GSP. They want to be the next John Jones. And so it's not necessarily fighters. It's more of an athletic competition where before it was just fighters fighting each other. And now it seems more like just people exploiting the rules to win the fight. And it doesn't seem like a legitimate OG fight. People are better now too, and we get into that. But again, MMA is a weird sport where like you can't tell me that BJ Penn in his prime can't compete with anybody today, you know?
For sure.
There's no question about that. I think it's lost a little bit of its edginess. But also, it's I don't know. These athletes are so amazing right now. So that's where it's getting better.
Right on, dude. Well, I want to get into your movie, brother. Let's talk about it.
I hear about your movies,
dude. I would love to have you watch the feature that I made, bro. It's we're looking for a place to find a home for it now, but it's called Wayward Kin.
No way.
I'd love for you to check it out, bro. Yeah, I could send it to you.
Please.
Yeah, it was like a 5-year process. Please. We produced it on our own. I wrote it with a buddy. I acted in it, and he directed it. And we brought a cool team together, and we made it in Texas. So I'll shoot it over to you, dude.
Where do you guys live?
I'm in Jersey, man.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I knew that.
Yeah.
You had good credit there. Why'd you shoot Texas?
Texas, where my buddy was from, and we had so many locations. I mean, I was just going to ask about your film when you went out to direct, write, and produce and act in your own film, dude. Like, I know the constraints of that. I'm sure there wasn't a giant studio behind you to make that film.
No.
You know, so you got to look for like shortcuts. You got to look for ways to get it made. We had a lot of options, like with locations and people giving us free a courthouse for free in the middle of nowhere in Northwest Texas, and we just had to drive around a bit. But we made up a lot of money that we couldn't have made otherwise to do it. Shot it.
So how long ago? How long has it been finished?
Finished just under a year right now. Just under a year.
Okay.
We're playing like the film festivals. Yeah.
Like
we're tapping into festivals now, trying to, find people who are interested in having us at their festivals. And then, after that, we'll look for more of a distribution kind of route. But
that festival game is it's kind of a racket.
Dude, speak on it, bro. Because I feel like it's a racket. I'm here in New Jersey. I'm trying to get my first film seen by film festivals that used to be built for the independent filmmaker like you and me and everyone else out there. And it's tough to get in these things, man. And I know it's a competition. I'm not complaining. it is what it is. And I'd like to believe it's a meritocracy, but yeah, bro, it's tough to get in these things, man. It's very tough.
Man, especially the big ones, you know, like you actually need a star now to be in like a Sundance or South by or whatever, or you need a hell of a concept that's, yeah, we get into that. But yeah, it's tough. So you spend so much money on applying to these festivals, and all the good ones is thousands of dollars, man. And then to go to a festival costs so much money. You got to show up now. Now you got to go. Now you got to go to Kansas City and do this festival, and spend all that money and be there for the showing and be there for the award ceremony. Like, it's a lot of money, man. And then just hoping that some distributor will show up to your movie, and that's a whole game. And see, that's what I learned right now is it's as hard as it is to write a script, as hard as it is to make a movie, all that stuff is easy compared to getting somebody to watch your movie.
Amen, dude.
So yeah, I got really lucky, man. So anyway, talking about festivals and all, I did one festival. I didn't do any festival. I got really lucky because I had a good concept, you know, like if you can pitch your movie in like 5 seconds or 10 seconds, like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah. That's everything, man.
Yeah.
And I've learned that. Mine is, hey, it's a Groundhog's Day, but it's from the perspective of a serial killer. Oh, I've never seen that. That's interesting. Yeah. You know, and it starts the wheels turning, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
But yeah, like, I work every day trying to find out, I have bigger concepts, but I'm still trying, because I got other movies. So what happened with me is, I got a script, a Western. The first thing I wrote was a Western. It was a really expensive Western. And I didn't know any better. And I got one A-list of some really two good actors attached. I didn't know how to package back. This is pre-COVID. I didn't know how to package back then. And they weren't bringing me enough money to get this movie made. People that are watching this, it's kind of sad, but every actor, big actor, has a dollar attached to their name. As far as like, if I get Nicolas Cage, that brings me, I don't know, $8 million foreign and domestic. I'm making a number up, and so that means I can get $8 million for this film guaranteed from whatever. And so now I got to package that with another couple people to get that up to $18 million. It was an $18 million movie, and I got to pay them. So anyway, my first movie, I didn't know how to package around the guys that I got that loved the script, and they weren't bringing me enough money. Also, they've been in a few Westerns that weren't very good. So they didn't do so well. So I'm not saying they weren't good. They didn't do so well. So they didn't want to see them in another one. So then I have an MMA-based script that I wrote that had some heat on it, and I got that one read because people knew about my other script. So I was able to get my other script read. It's hard to get somebody to read. Really hard to get somebody to read your script. I got at the same time I did a short where I wrote and directed that, and I did really well on that. And I have a feature version of that I was trying to push. But the MMA based one, a big studio wanted to do it, but they were going, who's going to direct it? Because it's clearly not going to be me. So that's why so what can I do really bare bones and make it interesting? And that's why I came with Kill Me Again.
Wow.
The serial killer Groundhog's Day thing. Simple locations. I had kind of a big cast, and that's where a lot of my money went. Yeah. And so I did that, and now I'm, as a proof of concept, see, I can direct, I can do this. So it's not going to go back and do my other movies. And that's good. But still, at the same time, in this business, you can't have so many people with like one script in their back pocket, and they're waiting to get this thing made. And they're like, oh, I got so and so is interested and whatever. Even if they're interested and they want to do it, it might take you 5 years to get that movie made. Yeah. You got to have 5 things going at the same time. And even when you have 5 things going, you'd be working on another one because you never know what's going to take off unless you just want to be sitting around, which is the death of everything. And that's the world we're in now, right? You can't be sitting around waiting anymore, especially as an actor. I talk to so many actors now, like especially older. Feel really bad for like older actors, 40s, 50s, whatever, that were just, they're good actors, but they're not the money actors that's bringing in money. And not a lot of production going on now, especially in the States. And like, are you producing? And it's kind of late to learn how to produce and make movies, right? But younger actors, they're all like, yes, I'm producing. Yes, I'm making my own stuff, because you got to make your own content now. You can't be waiting for that phone to ring.
That's right.
Anyway, I touched a lot of topics right there.
Dude, but
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's funny, Keith, because it's like what we talk about all the time here, and you know, you have to be producing your own stuff. You have to be writing, even if it's a short idea that is a dramatic conflict that is enticing and exciting, and it's quick location, a couple people, go out and shoot it for however much you got in your pocket. And if while you're doing that, you're writing the feature you want to write. You also have 2 other feature ideas. You got to be writing at all times. You have to be.
Yep. If you're young, man, there's no excuse not to be shooting something.
Yeah.
You can make a great short concept with just iPhones.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy. The newest A24, the Backrooms. Remember I told you about this?
Yeah, man.
How long ago?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I remember when this kid, it was like a school project.
Yeah.
Came out, I don't know how long ago, 12 years ago when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And now it's an A24 movie.
Yeah, they bought it, produced it.
And he just made like all like, it's just like footage on his phone plus like 3D model stuff, you know, and a great concept.
Cool, man.
And destroyed it. And really good.
I wonder how he made that connection.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I wonder how that A24, oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, well, you said, so Kill Me Again right now. Where can we send people to watch it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kill Me Again is on Tubi and Prime right now. We just went to Tubi and so I released in August. I had a small theatrical release and with Vertical and then for the next 2.5 months I was doing Terminal List in Morocco. So I got to see it in the theater like 3 or 4 times. I went every night before I left, but I left right away, so I didn't get to promote it much. All I did is TVOD thing, transactional video on demand, like paying for it on Apple and Amazon. But now we're on Tubi. Now we're free out there. So now I'm gearing up to really give another push and get people to watch this movie, because this movie, shit, we're 91 on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's not like 91 with five views. We're 91 with over 100 reviews and all that. It's a really good movie. Brendan Fair, my lead actor, just nailed it, man. I owe this guy so much. He's a hell of an actor. He made it in Roswell and has done a lot of things since. But he fell in love with the script, and he put works months in beforehand and was ready to do a 12-night show, and where he's in every freaking scene. And his character arc is extreme, and he killed it, man. And he's jumping back and forth, like, now you're this mood, now you're that mood, now you're this mood. And it's just like, what a trooper he was. And people, when they start seeing this movie, like they're really going to see Brendan in a different way. And I just really, for myself and for him, because we were a team on this, I'm really trying to get it out there, man. Yeah. I tell you a lot of stories about that movie. I shot, again, in 12 nights in the middle of winter in this theater. And, you talk about raising money and doing all that and making films as an independent filmmaker. I didn't have the money full money to get the film done until the week before we started shooting.
Damn, how did that
I set a date. We're going to do this. There's a date, and I'm hiring crew. I'm hiring people, and people are working their asses off, and we're going, and I'm about having a panic attack every Zoom call I get with everybody, every meeting, because I'm waiting for these people to come through. They said they were going to pay, and they haven't come through yet. And like, oh my God, if these people only knew, because they're working so hard already, man. And all these people trusting in a first time director and all that, and to go from that to now I got a great fucking movie. There's no better experience in my life.
Wow.
Equal experience. I mean, you can talk about when I beat some of the big fighters and standing in the ring after that. What a great feeling. It's nothing less than that, standing in a theater full of strangers, have no interest in your movie, laughing throughout the whole movie and laughing at all the parts and reacting to what you did. And there's been no better feeling in my life than that. And that's the addiction. I can't wait to do that again.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. You're not going to believe me, Keith, but the film we made, it was the day before, we were waiting for the funds to come through and the insurance to clear, like on all the cameras and everything.
Oh,
Dude, the night before, and it all cleared. And because we booked everybody, we
Yeah.
booked the locations,
Yeah.
everything was a go. We were going anyway.
Yeah.
We were going to chance it, but we had no. We
you
didn't
got
have
to
enough.
do that, man, and the universe is going to work, man. Also, another thing on top of that, I didn't get my not really a waiver, but it was during the strike, is the end of the strike, and I didn't get my SAG waiver. And it's because it ended like the week before. The strike ended like a week before we started shooting. So I think they knew that or whatever, and they weren't giving me the waiver, and they said they would. And like I'm panicking over that too. Like I'm not even SAG approved right now to do this thing. Yeah,
But the show must go on,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
The show must go on.
that's why I'm telling you to watch this Marty Supreme, because I love that. It's the best. Just like Whiplash, it's the best analogy for fighting, man. You got to have this really intense. Marty Supreme does it over the top, and they do something really simple like ping pong, which I think is genius.
Brilliant.
To be somebody like that, to have that goal, like I'm going to do this, I'll be a movie maker, I'm going to be a director, I'm going to be a fighter. You got to have really strange, weird sense of self-confidence and self-belief, and that the universe is going to get behind you and you're going to do this thing. And everybody else looking at you, going to be looking at you like, that guy's crazy. What is that guy? He wants to be a fighter? That guy's crazy. What's he doing? Get a real job, you know?
Yeah.
You got, and then you watch Marty Supreme. And then that was really, I got to reflect on that too, because he leaves a lot of bodies on his way to do his goal. Like, how many bodies have I walked over on the way there? How many apologies do I owe? Because not like that, but I think like we all have it, man.
Wow. That's a good point, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your climb to the top, on the climb to prove yourself, like that thing you were talking about as a kid, I wonder how many times, and even in my own life, like how many times have I let people down or hurt people on my way to try to prove myself as an actor or a filmmaker or make my first thing or whatever. I'm sure I've let people down. I'm sure I've hurt people in the process.
Hey, I try to be nice to everybody that I talk to and all that, but you have to be a fighter, to be anything. Above and beyond, you got to be a narcissist with your time, with everything. And it's this weird kind of. It's really weird. Whiplash is a great example of that. Did you know that? I heard an interview with the writer. I forgot what his name. He's amazing of Whiplash. He wrote that as a cautionary tale.
See,
Wow.
but that's brilliant. One of my favorite movies is There Will Be Blood. Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, cautionary tale. If you look at it that way, I mean, it's brilliant. It's a cautionary tale about greed.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I worked with Paul before.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Inherent Vice with Joaquin Phoenix.
Gosh, dude. What was that like?
Amazing, dude. Amazing. I got a lot of stories, but thing interesting about Paul, and you've heard this, like The Master, he shot right before that. When he shoots, he's such a genius. When he shoots, the script is really just a blueprint. It's really just it's a vague blueprint for him. Like he'll get ideas during the movie and be like, it changed mid-course through the movie, and There Will Be Blood. If you watch, he did that. Like he didn't really know what it was. I was making it until the end, that they say. And I got to see that a little bit of Inherent Vice, where he came one time. He came to me. Hey Keith, one of my first days on set. There's this part in the book. You read the book? Oh yeah, of course. You read the book. There's a part in the book where your character does this, that, something. Do you remember that? Yeah, vaguely. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm thinking about that, right? And then I'm just doing a makeup test or something that day, and then I go to my trailer for lunch. I'm going to cram this part of the book and read the book. I hear a knock on my door, and hey, Paul wanted to send this over to you. We might work on it later, and he had like 3 pages of something that he wrote, and we're going to rehearse this later.
Dude, that's so sick.
And yeah, this is in the middle of their shoot.
Dude.
And yeah, I just remember looking at myself in the mirror, man, in the trailer. You're an actor, motherfucker. Be a fucking actor. Learn these fucking lines. at that point that we did rehearse that shit. Me and Joaquin, we rehearsed it walking down the field. It was like just waiting, just wait. Okay, we're gonna try. They're doing a setup. Okay, we're gonna try that thing right now. Hey, let's come on and see. We can shoot at the set, the field. So we're on the field, and where's Joaquin at? Okay, Joaquin's here. All right, did you read the thing? All right, cool. Let's go. We start walking, and he's walking like doing all we're walking, and we're doing this dialogue. And it was amazing. Probably some of the best acting I ever did. And whenever I tried to act, no, just conversational, just conversational. It was awesome. And yeah, but that never got shot and never made the movie.
Wow,
And then some big scene that I did shot and did make the movie was also kind of an afterthought and was all done in reshoots.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's wild to think about, man.
Dude.
But I feel like
to be that capable to know as a director, right? When you're directing and you know this, like you gotta I look at the behind the scenes footage of me, like everybody's having fun, whatever, and I'm just like this the whole time. Like no, because you're thinking the whole time about the edit, about what the audience is feeling at the moment, and the big picture of the whole movie and how this scene pertains to that, and all the problems you got to solve. You're thinking about that. For him to be like so smart that he can just have that. Oh yeah, and I can just work out this scene, and it'll fit here, and I'll change this, and then we'll change that later, just without seemingly any effort.
Dude, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I've never heard anyone talk about Paul like that, but that makes so much sense, dude. What about like Joaquin, man? What about what sorry.
I really hope I'm not saying anything wrong, but that's my idea.
No, dude, it makes all the sense in the world. You're encouraging. I mean, you're big upping the guy. You're making him sound like he's brilliant, which he is.
It really fits with like just his style of movie too.
Totally,
you know,
he makes it like a sandbox, like a playground.
Exactly, I was gonna say
there's a format, and he's so intuitively intelligent with storytelling. He can like pull you out and work on a thing, and he knows the arc that it's going in, and he can foresee it. That's brilliant.
I understand that the master wasn't supposed to be so much Joaquin, but I understand that he fell in love with Joaquin during that movie, and made it a lot more Joaquin, and that's why he put him in his next movie, which was Inherent Vice.
Wow, dude. What was it like with Joaquin, dude? If you don't mind me asking, working with him, like being in front of him, having dialogue with him.
Yeah, you can't. I was at the beginning of my career too, and you can't be a bad actor with Joaquin because he really just when you're with great actors, man. If you just relax and whatever, like it's going to be great. Yeah. And he carried me in that way, and he's super sweet. Like, remember for another scene too, one of my first days on set, like, hey, do you want to work on lines? He came up to me, just, oh yeah, sure.
Wow,
absolutely.
Wow.
And he was on his way to something, like, hey, you want? Sure. And I remember just standing on some hill in the middle of nowhere, just working on lines with him. It was amazing.
It's incredible, bro. That's incredible, dude. I love to hear that, man. Yeah. He's not only a great actor, he's a great guy. Yeah. You know? For real. At the end of the day, bro, being around, meeting you and meeting Joe and, kind of meeting Marco from the film as well that night. And
Marco's great. Marco's going to be a great actor. He is a great actor.
Dude, shout out Marco.
But his stock is rising. Man.
Yeah, man. But you guys are just solid dudes
on the rip. Every time on the rip, he gets the best laugh.
Every time, bro. Yeah. If you watch the rip, you're gonna know who I'm talking about right away. Yeah. Marco is I think it's Marco Action Morales on Instagram. If you want to follow him, he's the man. Yeah. He's the man. But yeah, you guys are such just good guys that love story, and I'm like, these are my people, man. Like these are my people, dude. I just love that, man. Brother, that's why I started writing. Just what you said, man. Like, I don't care what the size of the show is right now. Like, I want to, this movie that's coming right now, Over Your Dead Body, is going to be huge for me, man. But I just want to collaborate with people that are like what you said, man, are just trying to make this dream, make this art, make this vision come to life, man. I don't care the size of the movie. I just want to, that's why I started writing. A long story short, did this, one of my first shows, I did top of show guest star on something, on a series. Like, this is supposed to be it, right? If you're an actor and you're on a series, you're going to be top of show guest star. Like, that means you're the new lead character in the series, whatever. And it was just so
kind of boring as far as like not boring. You're still doing a thing, but it's like everyone's just punching their time card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like you got directors just the craftsman. It's not really his passion. It's the producers, if anything, are the consistency behind the episodes. It's like, man, that's not really what I do. When did I have the most fun? Remember I did Shot Caller with Rick Roman, and like, oh, that was fun. And I remember all the times I had the most fun is collaborating on more family oriented sets. And like, well, how do I do that? And for some reason, it's right. Well, I got to write. I got to be a writer, and that's how it started, man.
Dude, thanks for sharing that, bro. Literally anything I could do to help you tell stories, bro, I'm in. Whatever I could do to help collaborate in that way. David Joseph Valino's with you, Keith Jardine. 100%. 100%, dude. 100%.
People appreciate to hear that too, I think.
Well, it's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's a fact.
Because you don't hear it a lot. And like, if you're just trying to navigate the industry like by yourself and, you know, you're a young pup and like you're trying to figure it out, there's no like formula for like these people trying to just figure it out.
Speaking my language right now, dude. Yeah. First of all, what you said, young pup, find a team, right? You got to find a team. Like, right. Find a team of collaborators that have your back. And I have a great team. Jürgen Heinemann, my cinematographer's partner, is going to be my cinematographer no matter whatever I do, man. Exactly. Kevin Hell, my editor, he edited the rip. He's going to be my editor, man, because we know how to communicate, and we have a great bond and feeling for each other, you know, and also everybody's amazing, you know. You got to create that team. That's so important. Whatever you're doing, man. People that are lifting you up, not trying to compete with you or whatever. Just people that want to lift you up, and you're going to lift them up.
That's right, 100%, bro. 100%. You're speaking my language too. I got a couple questions from my boy Evan behind the camera right now. We're wondering, dude, does faith play a role in your life? Does it play any kind of role at all? Are you spiritual? Do you have anything when you're trying to tell a story? Do you believe that God's on set with you, or some kind of force or being, or there's something other than just what we can see and hear?
Absolutely, we're all working on that, right? How's that saying go? The kingdom of heaven is within, like God is within you, and God inside you is the same God inside of me, and we're all connected that way. Like I believe in that spirituality. Like I believe in yes, absolutely, I do believe in that.
And was there something that would you ever, like, maybe before a fight, pray before a fight? Would you find yourself ever like asking for anything from God?
I pray all the time.
Wow, man.
I think that's my journal more than anything is praying. And I do believe that, you have to believe it. And you do have to believe that whatever God is listening. God isn't, to me, a silver bearded guy in the sky. Like, God is something that we can't even comprehend as humans. But I believe we all have the same God, and we just reach out to him in different ways.
I agree, bro. I agree, man. Wow. That's a Keith Jardine exclusive for sure. Dude, I appreciate you sharing that, man. I gotta be vulnerable with you, bro. I'll be very vulnerable real quick. When I met you that night, bro, I when I met you, I was like, oh my God, this is, you know, I grew up watching you, and, you know, I met a bunch of people, you know. Matt Damon was next to me. It didn't rattle me a second. And none of that shook me. Yeah. But meeting you for a second, I got a little bit nervous, because I was like, wow, it's Keith Jardine. And I said to you like a buffoon, bro. I was like, oh, I box here and there. And I'm like, why did I just say that? You know what I mean? Like, I've been messing around 5 years, like boxing and training, but I'm not like, I should have just thrown that at MMA legend Keith Jardine.
That was the first thing you told me, dude. You're like, dude, I was
like, dude, I've been carrying that around for 3 months. I had to get it off my chest, dude. I
honestly, dude, that's a great thing to say, man, because those fighters, you know, like, you get in a ring or spar with somebody, man, like welcome to the brotherhood, man. Especially whatever level. If
you're good, man.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. That means a lot.
Thanks for being cool.
If you're not afraid to get punched in the face, if you got to know what it's like to be punched in the face, right? To offend anybody.
Thank you for being cool about it. Thank you for being cool about it, dude.
Didn't we talk about jiu-jitsu too?
Maybe briefly. Yeah.
You've never done that.
So you need to find a jiu-jitsu gym.
That's the next step, dude. Yeah, that's the next step. I got to work on my ground game, bro. Yeah, I got to work on my ground game, dude.
I don't think you can stretch.
Keith, for real, I'd love to read any stories you got, any scripts, anything at all, dude. I would love to just read them and have.
I'll send one your way. I got one the last one I wrote, man. I'm really excited about, dude. And yeah. Only a few people has read it, but I think it's one of the best things I've written.
Wow, man. Well, it's an honor, dude. I appreciate it, bro. And thank you for your time, man. Mikey, do you have anything else for Keith before we're out of here?
I just appreciate, dude, you coming on, but also just the seeing someone, because a lot of the time we feel alone in this, like, trying to figure out.
Find our team. Yeah,
find your team. And, like, we've gone so many conversations of looking at the industry and being like, dude, screw that. Like, we're going to just do our own thing. And we end up just we exclude ourselves and, like, I don't know, isolate it. And then, like, nothing's working. And we're like, man, I don't get it. But seeing you, like, the journey you've had of your life and just, like, you're, transferring to acting and the passion you have for it, it's just, I think it does a lot. Especially for me, for Dave,
Definitely
sure.
For me, yeah.
And I think, like, people really appreciate that. So I appreciate you, you just sharing that, man. It's a gift.
Brother, what you said early, I didn't really address that. What you said early is so true, though. For what we're doing, there's no blueprint, right? And if you don't get out of the bed every day and push forward, then nobody's going to champion you. Nobody's right now thinking about how can I make Keith Jardine a better director, writer, producer, actor. Nobody's doing that. And so if you don't do that for yourself every day, then every single day, even if you don't know what you're doing, like I wish for anything there was a template. Somebody said, all right, I need to spend 2 hours doing this, and I need to spend an hour doing this, and just put the work in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It'd be so. You spend so many hours doing the wrong thing, but you got to do that to find the right thing. But man, it's just doing it. You got to get up and do it every day if you love it.
That's right. That's right. Keith, you have any questions for us before we close?
But please. Well, just this whole conversation, please watch. I mean, it's going to be out there, man. Like, you're going to see it. So I don't have to really promote Over Your Dead Body, the one that I'm in, because it's going to be huge, man. It won at South by, and it's a good movie, man. But Kill Me Again, my movie, it's a great movie. Like I said, it's 91 on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's an amazing actor. It's fun. It's rowdy. It's a slasher, but it's funny, and you really feel for the guy at one point, and I really jerk with your emotions during the whole movie, and it's really good, man. And just give it a check out. It's on Prime and Tubi right now.
Right on. There it is. Bang, bang. Keith Jardine, the Dean of Mean. Guys, look out for the movie. It's coming soon. Over My Dead Body, and go watch.
Yes, sir.
Kill Me Again. On many platforms. Go check it out. Tubi, Amazon Prime. Check it out. Keith, we're praying for you, brother.
Yes,
Keep telling these stories, baby. We know you will.
Yeah.
And we'll see you over there. We'll see you in Albuquerque.
Thanks, bro.
For real.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Take care,
you
guys.
Come film in Albuquerque.
100%.
Yeah.
I'll be out there, bro. Anytime.
Mm-hmm.
See you right here, podcast.
Yes, sir. My name's Mike. I'm signing out.
My name's Dave. I love y'all. Please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to one another. Bang. Keith, thank you so much, bro. Honestly, thank you for your time, man. Thank you, man.
No worries, man. Thanks for this, man. It was a lot of fun, man. That was a good podcast.